Alright, what's up guys? So good morning. Today is the start of, for me, the Big Bass Tour. So Big Bass Tour is an event that's held every year where basically multiple participants come out with all of their gear. We all head to one big lake and the goal is to catch the biggest bass. So unlike your conventional tournament where it's 5 fish limit, this is just the biggest bass, and it's basically top 10 biggest bass every hour gets paid. If you catch a 4-pounder between 7 and 8 or 6:30 and 7:30, and that puts you in 4th place, you get paid for catching that 4-pounder for that, and then you can still go back and catch more fish throughout the day to try to get even more money. The biggest fish overall for the 2-day event though gets a brand new nitro bass boat. So if you catch a 7-pounder on day 1 in the first hour, you could possibly end up winning a nitro at the end of day 2 if nobody else catches bigger than a 7-pounder. So basically it's one bite, one fish changes everything. So that's what this tournament's about. I love doing it. This is my 2nd year in a row. I learned a lot last year, and this year I'm ready to kind of put what I learned to use here on this time. So I'm packed up, as you guys can see. The boat's ready, truck's ready. I did all my packing and stuff last night. Got some great new products to help myself out. I got the TH Marine Z launch cable to help me be able to launch myself. As you see, or you know, I have RBTs in the boat. That's a regular. I got my power pole shallow water anchor, my solar charger. Uh-oh, hold on guys. Also got the alarm going off in my house because I'm supposed to be leaving and I'm outside filming a video, so let me fix this real quick guys. I'm packed up, I'm ready to head out and make this happen guys. So the goal is to cash for one. You want to set goals every time. So the goal number 1 is to cash. Goal number 2, cash multiple times if possible. Ultimate big goal will be to win the boat. So main goal here today is to shoot for winning the boat. If I fall short of that goal, I'll meet my 2nd or 3rd goal by cashing multiple times. So those are the goals for the thing. Everybody's goal for this thing, I'm sure, is the same as mine. So that's it right there. Takes a lot to make this happen. It's a 3.5-hour drive. I'm headed down as we speak, and I'm gonna see if we can make this happen. So just a kind of update, mid trip update. So I'm still driving through these hills and mountains. Got about an hour and 30 minutes left out of the 3.5-hour drive that it is to get to Smith Mountain Lake. First thing I do when I get there, I'm gonna buy a launch pass for the boat ramp, and I'm dunking the boat in the water. That's the first thing. We're gonna drop in and start looking. I'm gonna make my way back to the official weigh-in site and pick up my free rod. So free rod, shout out to the Big Bass Tour. If you sign up early enough, they release the details like in November, and if you don't sign up within like a week or 2 of that release date, you won't get one. So the past 2 years I've done it. I signed the year before. I waited like really close to time, but I still ended up getting a rod. This time I probably bought like the 2nd one. As soon as they released it, I logged online, paid, signed up, boom, done. That's it. So I locked myself in as soon as they released it. Same day I was in there. So I made sure to get my rod this year. But they do give you a free rod for participating in the Big Bass Tour. So yeah, super exciting, dude. Guys, it's really fun. So again, I'm pushing my way down here. I'm supposed to meet a couple buddies here. We got a cabin down here. So I'll definitely be filming a little bit in the cabin and taking you guys with me on the water for my practice and taking you guys on the water with me for my actual event. So stay tuned. Just another update. I'm about 20 minutes out from the actual place I'll be staying at, so that's good news. I finally saw a sign that said Smith Mountain Lake State Park, Smith Mountain Lake Road, or at least Smith Mountain something. So that's good news. We're out here on Smith Mountain Lake. I need to be looking for out here at the Hummingbird spot. So I finally made it to the marina to get some gas. Guys, that was the most running I've done in my boat since I had my boat. Kind of fun. Yeah, that was brutal. I am glad to be done with that. I'll be over here. So what's up? Pulling up now to the Big Bass Tour. You guys can see that. Headed up here to pick up my rod. So it's a really good event. You get to come up here, get your hands on your rod just for participating. Let's see if I can get this rod real quick and then start doing a little bit of fishing. Get off the water, check in, and be good to go. So, alright guys, so just got up my new name. Big Bass Tour. I'm signing up to get this food. Medium. Action water staples. Rod. Up here now picking up some shirts, possibly. So, pretty cool, guys. So. Look at the size of this joker. Holy cow. Look at the size of this fish. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of this fish, guys. Holy cow. Guys, that fish was definitely my new personal best, and I don't have a scale. I do not have a scale. So just doing a recap of the video you guys just watched. So basically that was just me at the Big Bass Tour. I headed down early to kind of get some practice in, kind of familiarize myself with the place a little bit more because I was launching from a new place. We got a cabin out in Smith Mountain Lake State Park this year with my buddy Mike from Aided Lures. So we had a cabin out there, and then my new buddy Kevin. So we had a cabin, and basically what happened is the cabin was at Smith Mountain Lake State Park. The launch site and where the weigh-in site was at Crazy Horse Marina. So for me, when I fished it last year, I stayed on the side of Crazy Horse Marina and got a hotel over there. So basically I launched from Crazy Horse Marina, drove around relatively close to Crazy Horse Marina looking for fish, and I would go back to Crazy Horse Marina at the end of the day. I never ventured anywhere near Smith Mountain Lake State Park area, Roanoke River, none of that stuff. I never ventured anywhere out there. So I had to kind of familiarize myself with the layout. I had done my homework, my research. I picked out a couple areas that I thought would be really good for holding fish. I remembered the areas that I started finally finding fish in last year. And so basically what I did for practice, we went to Crazy Horse Marina to pick up my rod. And then I just practiced near the marina because I felt like if I'm launching from the other side, I had plenty of time to explore that side all throughout the tournament. But I wanted to kind of go back to this place where I kind of was familiar with where fish were at in there. So I kind of went, I worked a little stretch of bank there real quick, and then I found a dock in the back, skipped probably my third cast, skipping up underneath that dock. That fish bit, and when I hooked it, I did not think it was nearly as big as what it was. So it was pretty crazy. I'll kind of show you guys it again here real quick. But yeah, when I hooked into it, I was kind of messing with my line a little bit, as you guys could see. The line was kind of messing up. Got tangled on the cast. When I skipped it, it kind of got tangled. So I was kind of fixing the line a little bit. Once I got the line undone and I lifted up, it was fish was on. I had him hooked right in the top of the face. You can see it was good stuff on the hook, and he was good. He was hooked good. So when you saw him jump by the boat, I was kind of moving the line to kind of turn him back around to me. But I had the net. That's the worst part about this. I had the net right there. I'm just so not used to grabbing the net when I get a fish on. So I was just gonna do it myself. And plus, I mean, a lot of that stuff you do, you can't even use nets. Most stuff you can, but just for me, I was trying to just grip them, which could have cost me a personal best, but it didn't. So I was super excited, man. I don't know if y'all can see it in the video. I'm pretty sure you could. I was so excited that day. I was excited, but I was also kind of upset because if I had caught that fish was every bit of 5.5 to 6 pounds. I caught it almost 4 the next day. It wasn't even, that fish wasn't even close to the fish I caught the day before, 2 days before that. So that fish was huge. That fish in the tournament, that fish would have got me $1,250. Since I caught it before the tournament, it got me 0. But it got me a great memory, and it got me a new personal best. No scale, no scale. I don't care what you say. I know the fish I've had. I know how big the fish have been that I've caught. That fish was the biggest I've caught by far. So kind of probably should have threw him in a live well and maybe rode and found a scale, but I wanted to get it back in the water. Again, a difference in hours catching it versus getting paid versus not catching it and not. And then the fish I ended up catching actually cash me a check, as you'll see in my next video when I actually go to the actual tour, the actual event. Wasn't even nowhere near that spot. I caught so many fish in that spot. I'll show you guys. You can see the pictures and all that stuff. But for that particular day, that was fantastic, but it was tough because you don't want to do that before. But it was okay. It was really good for me, and it just made the trip well worthwhile. So all total, it was a great trip. I got a couple more videos coming out for it that you guys can see. I don't want to make a really long one, but I want you guys to be able to see and keep up with what I did on that event. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Again, new subscribers, current subscribers, all you guys, I appreciate all of you. I got more videos and last but also first, I want to give God thanks for a safe trip, a safe ride down, a safe ride back, and a safe ride on the water. It was rough out there, guys. 20 plus gusts, 20. I mean, the wind was kicking. I mean, like I told my buddies, roughest water I've ever driven in my life, and I made it down, back safely. Multiple long distance runs for me, and a 16-foot small craft to a certain extent. Was able to handle the waves. The tracker did its thing. The Mercury did its thing. Minco, the trolling motor, kept me on the spots that I was trying to get to. I mean, dude, all that worked together. But first and foremost, thank God for a safe trip and all that. So appreciate it. Appreciate you guys watching. And I got more stuff coming. Stay tuned. Peace. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my guy? Jovi! Come!